So one day, me and Chris went on a walk, and he told me that we're gonna go to New York Comic Con.
I wanted to bring something really, really big, and I knew that it was going to take a lot of money, it was going to take a lot of effort, and I figured it would take a lot of time.
And while we were brainstorming, we were pitching these ideas back and forth to each other. We said, well, we can't do Statue of Liberty. That's been done before. And then I jokingly said, let's put Gastley in an apple costume, or make him with like an apple on his shirt or something stupid like that.
When we go on these walks, we talk about all the different aspects of Gastley and Mischief toys and kind of brainstorm ideas, things that we can do.
We realized that we can't go to New York Comic Con with an apple on Gastley's t-shirt. We were trying to think of something New York City related, and that's so hard to do because you have pizza. I mean, is he gonna be holding a pizza slice? But then that's a new mold, so that's more money, right? And then Chris turned to me and he said,
I had mentioned that I wanted to do a gargoyle.
and I said, how are we gonna do that with the existing mold? We have like 5 or 6 months max to get this here to us. And the original figures took over a year to produce. He said, F it, we're doing a new mold.
And Heather was shocked, and she did not want to do it. She thought that it would be way too expensive. It would be way too much for us to do this early on, because it took forever for us to get the original Gastley, and the original Gastley itself was not very cheap.
And I was terrified because that's a lot of time, it's a lot of money, and on top of that, we had such a limited time frame to get them over here to us from overseas. I just thought it would be totally impossible.
So when I came up with this larger than life idea, Heather wasn't totally on board until we finally sat down and I drew this really horrible picture. But Heather could see what I was talking about. We passed it on to our artist, and the artist rendered it, and it looked awesome. And at that point, I think we knew we had to do this. We couldn't go to New York Comic Con, one of the biggest cons in the world, without something that basically says we are here.
When we first got the original Gastley sent to us, it took like 2 months or something crazy for them to go on a boat all the way here. We didn't have a 2-month time frame. We made the decision to spend a ton of money to get them flown over so that we would have them in time. It was like 5 times more expensive than it would have been putting them on a ship. And putting that many figures on a ship is expensive in itself. So imagine the cost of putting that many figures on a airplane to get them to us in 5 days.
I didn't want to go there with just a regular little Gastley painted green or painted blue. I wanted to go there and I wanted to blow people's minds.
It was totally worth it.
This figure just looks so incredible. And when you see it, it yells New York. And that's probably my favorite thing about this particular figure that we're dropping.
These things are awesome, and I'm so excited to see what everybody has to say about them.
All right, who's ready? We're going live. Here we go. Hello, everybody. We are live with you again. This time on a Thursday. I almost said Tuesday. On a Thursday. And tonight we're not here as Gastlecast. Instead, we're here as Mischief Toys, featured on Gastlecast. So that's what we're doing right now. Tonight, we are building the anticipation to show you. Well, you heard it, Gargoyle Gastley. And I actually said it last Sunday as well on a live by accident. So a lot of you already knew that. So we wanted to make sort of a little simple documentary kind of explaining the thought process behind this, what we wanted to do, where, I don't know, Heather and I basically coming to blows a couple of times because she's saying there's no way in hell we can do this, and I constantly wanted to advocate to do something larger, something bigger, and something a little bit out of our budget. But I'm glad that we did, because the figure that we're going to show you this evening is absolutely fucking gorgeous. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying that because We are the people behind Mischief Toys, and it's not because I love Gastley so much, and it isn't because Heather and I put our heads together to come up with something awesome. No, it's because this figure is really amazing, and I think it's going to knock your socks off, and I think it's going to give you yet another reason to want to visit New York Comic-Con this year. So Gastlecast came out a little bit. Sorry. That was my gas. So we're going to show you that figure. I'm going to show you a comparison between the regular Gastley and this new Gastley, Gargoyle Gastley, as we like to call him. I'll show you a little bit of the box as well. And then we also have a commercial for you that we created that I think you're really going to love. And we're going to post this commercial all over social media. And I think that people are I think it's going to resonate with people. I think people are really going to dig it. I think it catches a really fun vibe of the Gastlecast, and I think it catches a fun vibe of Mischief Toys, is what I'm thinking. But Heather, do you have anything that you wanted to talk about here for a second before we bust out New York Comic-Con Gastley?
What do you want me to say? You sort of just put me on the spot.
Well, I was hoping that you were going to let us know that you were going to be twerking at New York Comic-Con, because there was somebody asking about it, and I thought maybe you would want to bring that up right now.
For the right price, I will twerk.
You heard it here.
It's going to cost money.
You heard it here. So Heather's willing to shake that butt for a couple bucks.
Yep.
I like that. So, New York Comic-Con Gastley. He's sitting right next to me, by the way. He's huge. He's larger than life. This figure is massive in comparison to regular Gastley. So I'll show you. Of course, this is a regular Gastley box.
This is our 1.5.
This is our 1.5 figure. I'm going to pull him out of the box so you can see his size. If you're new to Gastley, if you're new to Mischief Toys, if you're new in general, this is Gastley 1.5. I didn't realize we still had these around. So this guy is, I think he's about 5 inches at his tallest horn.
4.
Is he 4 inches at his tallest horn? So he's a 4-inch figure. And there he is. Look at him. Isn't he awesome? He looks so sweet. He looks like he's having a good time. This new Gastley, we decided that if we were going to go to New York Comic-Con, we were going to bring you something really big. And we also wanted it to be synonymous with New York. We didn't want to go there and have, I don't know, a Gastley as, Gastley as, well, I was going to say pigeon. But Gastley as something that doesn't belong there. Like Gastley as a cow. That doesn't belong in New York City. Okay, so Gastley as a cow.
Could you imagine cows roaming the street of New York?
I can't imagine, no. But I've seen horses run around there. I've seen horses. So we decided that, and I'll give you kind of the mindset and the mind frame I came from with Gargoyle. The idea actually came from the film Gremlins 2, A New Batch. One of my favorite films of all time. I love the Gremlins films. They're amazing. And when I was sitting and thinking about what are we going to do that, basically derives out of New York, I thought of that scene where there's a bat gargoyle, he gets covered in cement, and then he lands and he becomes like a little statue. And that was kind of my thought process. I wanted to do that backwards. So it's Gastley, and he wants to break out of his little prison. So the box actually talks about him wanting to break out of his little prison. That's the whole kind of mindset and backstory to Gastley, and you'll learn a little bit more of that story as we move into the future. So this Gastley isn't just a one-off. Everything that we do most likely will come with a story that we will explain, we'll talk about, and will basically create more storylines as we move forward. They will somehow cross paths. There will be a lot of cool things that will happen with all the different variations of Gastley, and this Gastley is no different. He has his own storyline. You're going to find out a whole bunch of really cool things about him, and a lot of that kind of stuff will come very, very soon. And I cannot wait for you guys to finally see this thing in person, but we're going to show it right now because I'm pretty sure you're all ready. You think they're ready? I mean, we have been posting photos left and right that are just like little tiny glimpses. And I think after all of what we put them through, they're tired of it.
I think so too. I think they're sick of us.
Yes. So, by the way, if you're here, there's 138 of you. Please hit the like button. We'd appreciate that in a really big way. That'd be awesome. Where are you going?
I'm going to build the suspense for a moment more.
You're building the suspense more? Where are you going?
I was checking to see how long I have until the oven starts beeping.
Okay.
I have a pretzel in there.
Oh, okay. So Heather has a pretzel. By the way, this isn't like the New York Comic-Con Gastley. That's not what this video is about. It's about Heather eating a pretzel.
No, I'm just pulling it out of the oven.
Just to be clear. Okay, so there's regular size Gastley. So this is Gargoyle Gastley. So he has a little sticker on this box. You can't see it that well in this camera, unfortunately. But the sticker we posted on Instagram, it's a little Gastley kind of hanging on to a New York Comic Con logo. Is it dead? Mm-hmm. We're going to show with a little...
I can show it with a flashlight.
A flashlight. Yeah, why don't you do that? We'll show it with Heather's little flashlight. So, there, here, let's see. There's the sticker right there. You can see Gastley kind of hanging over the sticker. Okay? He's cool. On top of the box, I got a piece of plastic on me. On the top of the box, he has, there's a Mischief Toys logo on the top. On the front, you got the Gastley. You have the little logo. All around the sides, it looks like concrete or like a statue, I guess.
Read the back.
The back, I'm not going to read the back. I want them to learn the back. I'm not going to read the story here. I'm not going to put them through that. But what's really cool about this box is that when you lift this box, okay, much like our regular Gastley figure, all of our boxes will tell stories. So this box tells you the story of Gastley digging out of the netherworld, and he's coming here to live with you and be your new best friend. This gargoyle, Gastley, is in the city of New York. So you get that really cool looking, the skyscrapers and all that kind of good stuff, all the different buildings there. You see a bridge there as well. So you get a little piece of New York when you lift the top off. So you lift the top off. You also get a moon on this side. There's a little moon up there. All right. So there's also some words on the inside, and that'll be a part of the storyline as well. And we're going to want you to kind of learn about that storyline as you open the box. I think that's part of the experience, and I don't want to show off everything right here. Okay?
Can I grab my pretzel really quick?
Are you serious? No, you're not grabbing your pretzel.
It's going to start beeping.
Go grab your pretzel. Sorry, Heather wants to now go grab her pretzel. What? Are you serious?
I have to. Look, it's beeping.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so the box is a huge part of our figures. If you haven't already been able to tell, we want to tell stories within the boxes. We want to tell stories on the back of the boxes. We want to tell stories on the inside of the boxes. And there might be some secrets hidden in the boxes somewhere. We've been very I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? We've been trying to come up with new ideas, trying to have fun with it, and kind of give you different experiences than you might have had before when you're collecting other collectibles, right? So you collect Funko Pop, you go to the store, and you buy it, and that's it. That's where the storyline ends, and you put them with the rest of your collection. With our figures, there's going to be doors that open and things that you learn, and maybe some future product or future characters that you're going to learn about. That's what it's all about. We want to grow the world. We want to grow this world. So in here is Gargoyle Gastley, okay? And this figure, I told Heather that I say this almost on a regular basis now. I can't even believe that we, Heather and Chris of Mischief Toys, are dropping this piece. This piece it's too epic for it to be a Heather and Chris joint. I mean, just last weekend we were sitting here, we were farting in front of the camera, and now we're bringing you the coolest figure of like New York Comic Con. Like,
okay.
Hands down, this is the coolest figure of New York Comic Con. No, nothing beats this.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Even like presidents fart, and CEOs
but not on live
of
on camera.
companies
Not
fart.
on live on camera. We do a little bit different, but that's okay because that's just who we are. So there's a little piece of foam that comes off the top here. The figure is actually in a bag, so you know that no one has ever touched it. It's been inside of a bag. Here's the big reveal.
Until we sell this one, someone's going to get this one that you
Oh,
touched.
yeah, you are going to get this one that's outside. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, whoever that is, I'm sorry. By the way, I don't know if I told you, but we're actually having a New York Comic Con Mischief Toys event, which will not be too far away from New York Comic Con itself, near the Javits Center. It's going to be a blast. I think we already have the RSVP list filled up, but if you're going to be there, reach out to us, and we might be able to sneak another person in. All right, so are you ready?
Why don't you take it out of the plastic before pulling it out with the plastic?
Okay.
I mean, that's sort of like, here's Gastley in plastic.
Yeah, but it's hard. We should have did this to begin with.
You should have done
We should have
it
did this to begin with. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay. All right. So the plastic bag is out. Now, you're finally going to see the figure. I'm sorry. I'm a little emotional because we showed it to our Patreons, our patrons on Patreon, and it was really intense.
Yes,
for me.
we were going to include them on this video.
The documentary.
But unfortunately, it didn't record properly.
All right. So this is Gargoyle Gastley. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm producing Gargoyle Gastley. I want to introduce you to Gargoyle Gastley. This is Gargoyle Gastley. And my light's falling down. And my light's falling down. This is like the worst time this could ever happen. Here we go. All right, hold it up like this. I think that works. So Gargoyle Gastley. We're going to have some photos that are going to go up after this live. We'll be posting photos all over social media. As you can see, he has spikes on his back that start from up to where his head is. It goes all the way down to his butt. His wingspan. See the wingspan? You'll also notice that he has black lines within inside of his wings here. His mouth actually has like it's molded, so you can actually put your finger like within his mouth. Not that you want to, but you could put your finger in his mouth. It's not like a painted on scheme or anything. His eyes are also divoted into his head as well. So Gastley has a lot of really cool different points in terms of the wings. You have these cool horns that he has on his head, these very sharp looking teeth, and they actually feel pretty sharp as well. The spikes, they're like these hard pieces of vinyl. I mean, this is one heavy figure. It's not limp by any means. That's a heavy figure. So there he is, Gargoyle Gastley. Here, let's turn it like this. Gargoyle Gastley.
Do you want a little comparison?
And there's a comparison. If you have a Gastley at home, that is the size of Gargoyle Gastley in comparison to regular Gastley. Thank you. I love seeing all the comments in the comment section. You guys are having a blast in here, and you guys are liking it, and that makes me happy. I've shared this with very close friends, and of course with our patrons, and we have received so many great pieces of feedback. I haven't had a negative. I don't think I've had anybody saying anything negative yet about this figure. So it actually has. I don't know if you noticed in the photos that we posted as like our sneak peeks. It has like little dots in it, so it actually looks like concrete. So it has a real concrete look to it. It's a solid figure. It's not hollow by any means. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? Like
solid.
Solid, yeah, I guess solid. My favorite part is this. You get this really cool look of him from the back here. I mean, he looks good from every single angle. Like, he is such a cool looking piece. And one thing I really wanted to do is that for Comic-Cons, like big events like that, I want to put out something completely different. And reason being is because I want you to have a shelf full of figures that look in comparison or similar to this, where you have your huge figures or you have a small figure with your Gastleys. And you know, we're going to do a lot of different paint schemes of this Gastley, but I want some bigger figures to sort of fill out your little collection of Gastleys as we grow. And I think that's very important. In fact, right now, we're working on our new Gastley for San Diego Comic-Con. We've already started it. And I just want to say that this new Gastley for New York Comic-Con, or I'm sorry, San Diego Comic-Con rather, is really awesome. I'm really excited about it. And we're currently trying to get the artwork completed on it. We need to start pushing that one very soon. Because as you can tell from our video, the little documentary we played before this, it takes a long time. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of money. And we barely received this in time. We were so scared that we weren't going to receive this in time. We had to have them flown over. We had to spend a ridiculous amount of money, but we got it here in time. How much are they? I see price. I've asked a lot of people asking that. Price is $85. It comes with a bag, like a big Mischief Toys bag that you can carry around the con. Funny story, I went to New York Comic Con in 2019. I bought a bunch of stuff, and I couldn't find a bag anywhere. And I went to a couple different tables, and it was as if no one had a bag. So I told Heather, if we're going to the con, we're going to have tons of bags with us. We're going to have them available to people if they want to buy them and pick them up and all that kind of jazz. It's very exciting. We do have a little commercial. I wanted to share the commercial here. I'm going to share that with you here for a second. I think it's about 30 seconds long. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It has a lot of Heather in it. I think it's going to be awesome. I think you're going to love it. So here we go. I'm going to show you that, and then we'll come right back, okay? Here we go. No online. It'll only be at the con. Here we go.
It's Gargoyle Gastley. He's your new winged best friend from Mischief Toys. He's frightening. He's fun. He's mischievous. Take your best friend on new adventures. Make Gastley fly.
Yeah!
Scare your friends. But be sure not to break him free. That's when things get truly scary. Gargoyle Gastley from Mischief Toys. Make mischief.
All right. That's our little commercial. We will be posting that all over the internet as well. We'll have it across social media, most likely Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So wherever we have, an account, we will be posting that little video. And I hope you guys dig it. I hope you guys dig everything that we've done. This is a culmination of a lot of months, a lot of work, just a lot of stuff. And I'm so glad that we could finally present this to you. I'm so glad that we could bring it to New York Comic Con. This is amazing. It's fucking amazing. I can't believe it. We're actually going to New York Comic Con with an item. I mean, that's unbelievable, right? We have our own exclusive. So our exclusive is now going to be posted up everywhere. We're going to have it posted up. Actually, Diss Trackers will be posting it for us on Monday so we can get it out there into the world. Eventually, I think a week from then, during New York Comic Con, we're going to post it again. He's going to post photos again, and we're going to be doing our song and dance, and it's going to be friggin' awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to see how New York Comic Con goes. And if you're going to be at New York Comic Con, make sure you come to our booth. Come and check out what we've got. We might have some other Gastleys on hand as well. Maybe some of the Glow Gastleys. Definitely the Gargoyle Gastley. And we have a really, really, really epic announcement while we're there. And you're not going to want to miss out on the announcement. If you have any chance of getting over at that table, you want to run right in, get to our table as soon as you possibly can, and come and see us, because I think that you're going to love what we have to say, for real. Oh, thank you, Headless Ned Stark. We appreciate you, buddy. That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can we release Glow Gastley? The answer to that is yes. As in terms of when, we don't know, because we're waiting for stickers to come in so we can make sure that they're stickered up properly. There's a glow-in-the-dark sticker, and the glow-in-the-dark sticker is amazing. And I want to make sure that all the boxes receive the proper sticker.
Will we be doing another figure next year for New York Comic Con? Yes, we will be.
Absolutely.
And we already have it drawn up, and we already have the next year's ready too. So we have a lot of really cool stuff coming. I don't think you guys understand how hard we have worked on this, how many ideas we have rolling through our heads. We're currently working on like 10 figures right now, getting artwork and stuff sent over so that they can start working on them. This is really, really cool. And we're really excited to share our journey with you guys. We're excited that you guys are enjoying Gastley and Gargoyle Gastley. He's freaking awesome. I'm shocked we were able to do this.
So there's 400 pieces of this figure. 400 pieces. Our plan is to sell 100 per day. Yeah, I guess there's not much to say in terms of that. It's $85. There's 400 of them available. We'll have merch. We'll have all sorts of cool stuff over at our table.
We're actually having a New York t-shirt, and
Yep.
It's gonna be amazing.
Absolutely.
So I hope that a bunch of you guys like buy them and wear them. Like if you're gonna go for multiple days, it's such a cool design. And huge thank you to Jason Swoboda for like dreaming it up for us. Our artist brought it to life, and it's so cool.
Yep. Yeah. So we have we'll have those shirts available. We'll have hats. We'll have all sorts of cool stuff. But more importantly, this Gargoyle Gastley. And like I said, we have some really cool things to announce while we're there. And also that, oh, by the way, Rock2988, thank you so much. And Stationary Wanderer, thank you for pretzels in New York, because Heather needs a pretzel in New York for sure.
We are not going to talk about
How much does it cost for us to produce? A lot of money.
a lot. Yeah, that's
A lot of money.
all.
Yeah, we can't go into details about stuff like that. But I appreciate your interest in knowing. How much would a T-shirt cost? I don't know if we come up with that yet.
Not quite sure yet.
Yeah, we still have to price them out because they haven't even reached our house yet. We're still waiting on them. What's the highest shirt size you have? 4X. If they don't sell out on a certain day, would you bring more one of the next days, or will they be for online sale? So if we can, it might be that in the first couple days we sell a little bit more as the weekend goes on, only because we don't want to take any of this stuff back with us. So we'd like to sell as many as we possibly can. So it might be a little off in terms of numbers at our table. I would highly recommend that if you're there Friday or Saturday, those will probably be our days that we sell the most. So get there, you'll have probably a better chance to get them.
Be there or be without a Gargoyle Gastley.
There you go. Thank you, Zombie Monkey. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then, so if we do have to take them home, if we don't sell them all, which I hope does not happen, I hope we can sell them all, because that's less for me to have to do in terms of work and to get home. But if we do have some left over, they will go up on our website, and we will announce when all that happens.
We will not have Gastley 1.5 at Nycc. We're getting like a super duper small stock of them. We might have a couple. It's definitely, if we do, it's not going to be a wide amount.
Yeah.
We might reserve a few of the glow ones for sale there for anyone who didn't get him, but I don't even know if that'll be possible at this point in time. We're taking so much. I don't even know how we're getting it all there.
So I love seeing all of your comments in the chat section. I really appreciate it. You guys are so supportive of us. What do we think? What are we thinking of this figure? I see a couple people have spoken already, but I'd love to know just what you're thinking about this figure, maybe what you like about the figure, just in terms of seeing it sitting here in front of us. We're going to post more pictures as well all over social media, so you'll be able to see them a little bit more up close in person. You definitely will be able to see him up close in person if you actually come to the convention. You'll see him there. He's going to look awesome, and hopefully you have your chance to get him. Brian Spears, thank you. You're so awesome. We appreciate you, man. Thank you. Better get Chris signed an NDA to prevent him slipping any more future great ideas in the chat. I know. I was horrible. I cannot believe I did that over the weekend. But,
I can.
But truthfully, I'm fine with it, only because if it were like 3 weeks ago, I would have been really bummed. But because we were doing this week, I knew that eventually you guys were going to know, and you didn't see a photo of it until, obviously you're not seeing it until now. So I think it's, but I think it's cool. I'm fine with slipping up. It happens.
Daniel, he will be $85 at the con. We have a Mischief Toys bag that's going to come with it. And you'll be able to carry this very large figure in the very large bag. So I hope that you guys enjoy that.
Yeah, so his horns are huge. I mean, in comparison to, say, a Funko Pop, we just have a random one sitting here. That's how large he is. So he's huge. He's very wide. He has a really cool looking stance on him. Man, I got to tell you, I mentioned before, but this is unbelievable to me. I cannot believe we produced this. Mischief Toys. I mean, we've only been selling figures since the beginning of this year. And we were able to get this thing produced and ready for New York Comic Con, which is incredible.
Richard Perez wants to see Inside the Wings.
Inside the Wings, sure.
Can you see it?
There you go. You can see Inside the Wings there. It has like black lines inside of it.
Yeah, he's super duper cool.
Yeah.
I'm bummed that you can't see it as well on camera.
But as you can see his face, you can see inside of his mouth. He has a tongue sitting in there as well. He looks angry as hell, which I love. This is sort of the idea when I came up with it. I wanted him to look like, sort of like, like you would see a gargoyle on a building. Like I wanted him to have like that kind of look. But I also wanted him to be like kind of fun and, you know, like Gastley, because that's what Gastley is. Gastley's fun. He's a fun character. That's what he's supposed to be. But I will say that Gargoyle Gastley is up to way more mischief. He's got a dark side to him. And we'll learn more about Gastley and his dark side in the future. Does he have a tail? No. He has spikes on his back. So he has this row of spikes, and they're really sharp. They don't move, right? So they're not like little pieces of wobbly plastic or anything. I mean, this thing is solid as shit. I'm not kidding you. Well, shit isn't solid, is it? Some shit is.
It depends on what
depends
you're
on the
eating
shit.
and your body.
Thank you so much, John McCormick. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So in order to get him, he's going to be first come, first serve. We are not allowing anybody to line up ahead of the doors actually opening.
Thank you, Ronnie Tucker, dude. You're awesome. I see all your great comments.
All of our figures will be sold to people who actually stand in line once the con opens to the public. And we will be handing out tickets to get this figure so we know for sure who was in line and who was not. And if anyone tries to butt the line, then I'm going to tell them to fuck off. Because I've heard that is a problem that actually happens at conventions, and I'm not
It'll
cool
be fine.
with that.
Let's go into it positive and think
no,
that it's
I'm
all
going to
gonna
tell
work
them
out.
to fuck off.
Nah, it'll be fine. It'll work out. I just want to say thank you to everybody that supports us, because if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't even be able to produce this. I was telling Heather the other day, if we'd never had a YouTube channel, we most likely wouldn't have gotten into this. Like I designed, or in fact, getting into Funko. Like if it weren't for me getting into Funko, we wouldn't have got here today, because I wouldn't have collected things like this. So now here we are, a couple years later. We started this in 2019, the idea of it. And we've come pretty far in 3 years. And we started selling at the beginning of this year with this one mold. We have more molds like him coming soon. In fact, we have one coming after New York Comic Con that's freaking awesome. I think you guys are going to love it a lot. But we have a lot of stuff coming your way. So if you think, what's the next, who's the one of the next big up and coming smaller toy companies, I would most likely, I would definitely, not most likely, I would definitely say it's Mischief Toys. We are doing bigger and badder things. We're trying to come up with stuff like this on a regular basis. I want to do cool stuff. I want to do interesting stuff. And I don't want to keep recreating the same mold over and over and over again. I want to do cool shit. And I think this time, I honestly, I feel confident that we delivered here, for sure. And our event at New York, we're going to be doing it not too far away from the Javits Center. We will share that with the people who have RSVP'd. We have items to give away there as well. Those items are really cool. We just... I think we're getting some of them tomorrow, some of the stuff tomorrow. But we're excited to give those things away. Everything that you get while you're at the event, they'll all be free. We'll have giveaways there. We will have a couple of things to give away. We're going to have two figures that they've never been released. They're unreleased figures. We're giving away two of them on a raffle. So that's really special, and I can't wait to show everybody what that thing looks like in person. It's really cool. It's a variation of this character, but it has a new paint scheme. And let me just tell you, if you think you're looking at this and it's like, oh, Chris, a repaint. No, that's boring. I'm telling you, this repaint is so dope. Isn't it?
All of our repaint, so we're using this original mold quite a bit. They are amazing. Every single one of them are amazing, and you are going to love them all.
Nikki, I'm working on protos as we speak. Oh, no, I want Nikki. I'm sorry. Click my vid. I saw Nikki's name there. Click my vid. Protos are, we're working on that. We're trying to work with our manufacturer, because I think they were basically putting them together, and I don't know if they were tossing them or what, but we let them know we want those. Lowest produced Gastley is the initiation figure. That's the lowest count, but there will be another low count figure coming soon. And it's going to be revealed with something very big. I just want to say, like, everything that we're doing, it sounds, I feel like when I'm sitting here talking about all this stuff, I sound very convoluted, but there's just so much. And we have designed all these different things over the course of a year. And I cannot wait to unleash them on everybody. It's just, there's just so much going on. It's hard to keep up with what we're doing. All gold Gastley will be fired. Yeah, that would be cool. I dig that. Do you have any new characters other than Gastley in the future? I will announce that at our event. So I have something to announce at the con, and I have something to announce at the event. We have some, I'm telling you, New York Comic Con is huge for this company. We're doing really cool shit. Thank you, Mr. Yak. Yeah, no, I mean, in other words, it sounds convoluted, like I just keep piling on all these different things. And my mind, if you talk to Heather, I can't pay attention to one thing very well, and I'm bouncing everywhere. So I'm tossing out a lot of information right now, and I feel like it could get confusing at some point. Go ahead.
Don't.
What? Don't.
I can't say anything, but don't.
Don't.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to say too much.
I promise I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. Listen, I'm good. Funko who? Mischief Toys. Oh, thank you, Lori Hall. Thank you. Venomized Gastley. Oh my God. A Carnage Gastley. Go ahead.
That would be really, really cool.
All right. So let's see. Chrome Glow, Black Light. I love all those ideas, Joe Green. Limited edition 10 Gastley, or 10, I guess a 10-piece Gastley. Toss them out and at the get-together and let it be like Funko Fun Days back in the day. Man, I would love to do that. I don't know if I could do that now, but we might be able to do something like that in the future. So I will say that there are no limits to what we can do. And by seeing all of you guys as excited as you are, I know that, you know, we don't have a ceiling here. We can do all sorts of cool stuff. And I'm really excited about doing that. But I'm glad to hear that you guys like, did they say they like Gargoyle Gastley? Is that what we're getting in the comment section?
Yes,
I'd love to know if you guys...
That's all everybody said.
Very good. Okay, I'm reading questions. I'm not reading what people had to say.
They had a lot.
We can't wait to party with you too, dude. It's going to be fun.
We are not going to post the announcements online. Those are going to be for the people that are at our little get-together only. We will take some snippets of our time at New York Comic Con. Maybe we'll go live, like on Instagram or something at some point. But we're going to do our best to enjoy ourselves and when we're not working.
Yeah, so we are going to be filming a lot while we're there. I will. We're making something that actually Heather came up with. It's typically that I come up with ideas and then Heather's like, oh my God, why are you doing this to me? This time she did it to me. She wants to make a documentary and we're going to call it Making Mischief in NYCC. And we're going to film a bunch of different parts of our trip that has to do with Mischief Toys. And we're going to make a small, maybe hour-long documentary, depending on how much I collect while I'm there. And just do all sorts of cool stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the little documentary we posted up before this video. That documentary, I made that right before this. Like, I made it within an hour. Heather and I got together about at 5 p.m. our time. And I think we were done recording what we needed for that by like 6. And from 6 until 7, before we went online, I was making that little video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of thrown together really quick. So many ideas. Construction worker Gastley, of course. Chef Gastley. Rockstar Gastley. I like Rockstar Gastley. Yeah, documentary is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to doing it. I want to get more into that when I'm filming. I think in the future, not right now, but in the future, we will get further away from doing daily content. We'll do more, content on a regular basis, but try to do more long form content. But that isn't anytime soon, so don't get all worked up about it. Patreon Gastley, hello. I thought about that, and I don't want to say anything yet, but there's a thought. Make Mischief happen again in 2023. Oh my God. Behind the music, Gastlecast. Of course, the leak. Of course. So now I wait till one day we get Gastley as Ghostface from Scream. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, we do not have any licenses with anybody, so I can't do anything other than what we come up with on our own little ideas. But I think our own little ideas, like this guy right here, I think our own little ideas are pretty good ones. By the way, I just want to shout out to Dustin Cam of Plastic Empire. He reached out to us. He's been talking to us a lot through the process of doing all of this stuff. He's been a really lovely person to us and very helpful to us. And he reached out the other day and he basically said, hey, you should be really proud of this. And he's like, you guys did it big. And he just gave us a lot of love. And I can't say how much I can't say enough how much I appreciate it.
He randomly messaged me yesterday and said, wow. No, hold on. Let me preface this. He saw our emails that went out of just the little close-up shots. And he said, wow, you guys really outdid yourselves. You are going to have a great show. Look forward to seeing you in New York. And I said, did you see it? I was thinking like someone ended up showing him because he's friends with a couple of people who has seen it. So I was like, did someone share it with him? And he said, no, but it's clearly a gargoyle. It is super cool just from the teasers.
That's amazing.
So he liked it without even seeing it.
So here's, somebody was asking about our sticker. That is the sticker. It's on the front of this box right now. I'm not going to move it around. New York Comic Con exclusive 400. It does not have the year. We were going to put the year on it, but it was too much for the sticker, so we left it off. Then you have a little Gastley hanging over the top of the sticker. We wanted to put our touch on that. I'm kind of that way with everything. I want to customize anything that I touch, and the New York Comic Con sticker was no different. I wanted to add the little Gastley on there kind of crawling up, and we'll do that maybe with San Diego Comic Con and so on and so forth. Really, really exciting stuff underway. I will say that right now we are working really hard to get to San Diego Comic Con. We're hoping to get there. We might not be able to. We might be a little late to the party, but we're working really hard to get there, and hopefully we do. That'd be awesome. Never been there before, so it would be amazing to get there for the first time with our own table.
Yes. They have an extensive waiting list, so don't count on us actually getting there. But we'll see. If we can get there, we will absolutely get there. If we can't, we will do an at-home San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So we'll have to, I don't want to say what we're doing yes or no because we haven't actually received word that, hey, we'll get a booth. What I did when I applied was I applied for just one singular space. So if they can give us one space instead of like a whole big space, I will be thrilled. I feel like we have more of a chance because they offer you up to like 5 or 6 like booths.
Wow.
So I think that if I just ask to reserve one, maybe we'll get lucky.
When Michelle Diaz says, well, when I get mine, I want Heather and you to sign it and write 2022. Of course we will. We will absolutely do that. So if you're at the con, we will sign the figures. We'll sign the boxes, whatever you want. I mean, that absolutely for free. I don't think I have to say that, but absolutely for free. We'll sign everything. We're trying not to sign too many figures that go out, like from our home. We want to keep that as a special event for when we're at cons like this. If you want us to sign anything special, like you have another figure you want us to sign or anything, feel free to bring it to the con. If you're coming to the event that'll be close to Javits Center that we're holding, that's an RSVP event, bring it there. It'd be totally cool. I do want to mention that at the RSVP event, we might have a huge guest. Right now, it's like in the works. It seems like we should have this guest. But if you're coming, I just want to tell you, you're going to meet a legend. And I'm not saying like it's my Uncle Donnie or something. I'm saying like this is a person that we all know. And it's going to blow your mind. Like we're talking celebrities. So it's going to be amazing. And if they can make it to our very first Mischief Toys event and come and show us some love, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it, seriously. But we reached out to this person and they responded back and they seemed very much on board. So I'm super, super excited about it. One Shot Customs. I want to make connections, man. Absolutely. Would love to make some connections and make it happen. Make some things happen. I was telling Heather, no, Swoboda's definitely coming. So it's not Jason Swoboda, Rosie and Big Rod. What's going on, guys?
He is a celebrity, though.
He is a celebrity, though. Can you add a hog? Of course I can add a hog. Come on. What's the matter with you? I saw a question. I will see you at Fright Night there, Dave Aquino. It's amazing. And make sure if you're at Fright Night, come and approach us, please. Damn it. Don't mess around. Somebody asked a question, and I wanted to go to... Max is not coming to New York Comic Con. he will be busy doing schoolwork. He's got to focus on school. Are we doing posters? No posters yet. Maybe in the future, though, for sure. I'm trying to... I totally missed what was said. Thank you for fried peanut butter and jelly. That's awesome. You're the best. No, I wish I don't wish that was Jeffrey D. Morgan, but that would be cool. No, the person who's coming would just be immense. I mean, for real. What was the inspiration for this iteration of Gastley? It was Gremlins 2. I watched the film Gremlins 2 a lot over the years. I loved it as a kid. And when the gremlin turned into what was a bat gremlin from the little lab, he falls in the concrete, he flies, and he like lands. And that picture of that is what made me want to do a gargoyle. Any update on Fright Night Box? None. Nah, I don't, unfortunately.
We will post a video as soon as there is an update, though.
Absolutely. Are you able to show the bag you have? Yeah, of course we can. I'll tell you what. Heather's going to go grab a bag. She's going to go grab her pretzel. I'm going to play that documentary real quick so you can get a little bit, because I'm pretty sure not everybody caught it. Hey, stay till the end of this because we'll come right back and we'll talk a little bit more. Get your Gastley questions together. We are here to answer all of your questions and more. Here we go.
So one day, me and Chris went on a walk, and he told me that we're going to go to New York Comic Con.
I wanted to bring something really, really big, and I knew that it was going to take a lot of money, it was going to take a lot of effort, and I figured it would take a lot of time.
And while we were brainstorming, we were pitching these ideas back and forth to each other. We said, well, we can't do Statue of Liberty. That's been done before. And then I jokingly said, let's put Gastley in an apple costume, or make him with like an apple on his shirt or something stupid like that.
When we go on these walks, we talk about all the different aspects of Gastley and Mischief toys and kind of brainstorm ideas, things that we can do.
We realized that we can't go to New York Comic Con with an apple on Gastley's t-shirt. We were trying to think of something New York City related, and that's so hard to do because you have pizza. I mean, is he gonna be holding a pizza slice? But then that's a new mold, so that's more money, right? And then Chris turned to me and he said,
I had mentioned that I wanted to do a gargoyle.
and I said, how are we gonna do that with the existing mold? We have like 5 or 6 months max to get this here to us. And the original figures took over a year to produce. He said, F it, we're doing a new mold.
And Heather was shocked, and she did not want to do it. She thought that it would be way too expensive. It would be way too much for us to do this early on, because it took forever for us to get the original Gastley, and the original Gastley itself was not very cheap.
And I was terrified because that's a lot of time, it's a lot of money, and on top of that, we had such a limited time frame to get them over here to us from overseas. I just thought it would be totally impossible.
So when I came up with this larger than life idea, Heather wasn't totally on board until we finally sat down and I drew this really horrible picture. But Heather could see what I was talking about. We passed it on to our artist, and the artist rendered it, and it looked awesome. And at that point, I think we knew we had to do this. We couldn't go to New York Comic Con, one of the biggest cons in the world, without something that basically says we are here.
When we first got the original Gastley sent to us, it took like 2 months or something crazy for them to go on a boat all the way here. We didn't have a 2-month time frame. We made the decision to spend a ton of money to get them flown over so that we would have them in time. It was like 5 times more expensive than it would have been putting them on a ship. And putting that many figures on a ship is expensive in itself. So imagine the cost of putting that many figures on a airplane to get them to us in 5 days.
I didn't want to go there with just a regular little Gastley painted green or painted blue. I wanted to go there and I wanted to blow people's minds.
It was totally worth it.
This figure just looks so incredible. And when you see it, it yells New York. And that's probably my favorite thing about this particular figure that we're dropping.
These things are awesome, and I'm so excited to see what everybody has to say about them.
Gargoyle Gastley. He's your new winged best friend from Mischief Toys. He's frightening. He's fun. He's mischievous. Take your best friend on new adventures. Make Gastley fly.
Yeah!
Scare your friends. But be sure not to break him free. That's when things get truly scary. Gargoyle Gastley from Mischief Toys. Make mischief.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez, I'm muted. Sorry, I didn't turn it up. But what I was saying is, this is the bag, and this could actually hold like 2 of these boxes. Okay, it's a pretty big bag. We're happy about this bag. I use mine for my lunch every day. Love the bag. It's great. Has MischiefToys.com on it and everything. But I was saying before, you guys couldn't hear us. Thank you so much, because if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do all the things that we're doing. It's exciting for us to be able to do this. We love being creative. We love throwing all this stuff together. And those 2 videos that you watched tonight, the commercial and the documentary, those were made over the last course of a couple of days. I left work early a little bit yesterday so we can go and film the little commercial. And it was a blast. I have a lot of fun doing stuff like that. Love doing something different than just sitting behind this table. And without it having to be us hunting for fun. I hate hunting for Funko Pops. Oh, thank you, Captain Pops. That's amazing. Look at this, Heather. You got a super chat here. Dude, you're awesome. Thank you so much. How much will this Gastley be? This Gastley will be $85. But he comes with this Mischief Toys bag. Oh, thank you, Robert Sklansky. I appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you because I know you're in the industry. But yeah, it comes with this bag. So $85, you get the bag and the figure. So you get to carry your figure around in the bag, and you can add some other stuff to your bag while you're there. And now, I mentioned this earlier, but I went to New York Comic Con in 2019, and I did not have a bag. I couldn't find a bag anywhere. So I told Heather, if we're going, we're going to have a bag. How does it size up to a Kong or Liberty Chump? Here's a Kong.
Wow. I love Kongs, and they haven't even announced what they're doing yet. I'm so excited to see whatever it is.
And this is the Liberty Chump. Don't they look great together, by the way?
They do.
Now I'm selling their product. But I'm okay with that because I love these guys.
By the way, Chomp, they are putting out a killer figure.
They are.
For New York Comic Con.
They sure are.
He actually, if you look at the pictures, he has like a he's a robot, like half robot, and he has like a little plug coming out of his back.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's a great
so
figure.
Cool.
But look at these guys. Aren't they great looking?
I'll be hitting up that booth.
So 2019 New York Comic Con, I was standing in line to buy this figure. I went there specifically for this figure, and a lot of people for this Comic Con are coming specifically for this Gastley. How amazing is that? So cool. Can't believe it. Can someone help me? I have wrote 3 messages already.
If you go to the Funko blog, it tells you what time those pops are going to be up. I think it's like 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, something like that.
On Friday.
Yeah. Next Friday, correct?
No. Of the con.
That's what I mean. So not next Friday, but the Friday after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Exclusive bag of farts from Heather. Of course. Plastic Empire releasing a con exclusive this year. I believe so, but I can't speak on it because I don't know 100%. But I would imagine so.
They're going to be there, that's for sure.
Did we mention if extras will be sold online if we have to bring some home? Yes, 100%. So if it comes down to it and we have to carry them home, which please God, don't allow that to happen. I want to sell out while we're there so I don't have to carry stuff home. I just want to sell them. I want to take everything and sell it all. That's what I want to do. Okay. Where's the mustard dip for the pretzel?
I don't like mustard. It's
Okay.
disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like mustard either. I do not like condiments. Will you announce each day how many Gastleys are left throughout the day? Of course. Of course.
What? No, I'm not wasting our time with that.
If we know that there's a good amount left, we will post a little something about it. I will be on social media while I'm there. I want to do a lot of conversing with the people at Comic-Con. You know, fans of the Gastlecast, fans of Mischief Toys, and fans of both. I just want to make sure that I'm available to talk to everybody. Heather and I are trying to make sure that we can do... Okay, so a couple things. We have our event on Saturday night, and we have to be to our event by 7 p.m. Or actually earlier, right? 6?
What?
Our event on Saturday, we have to be there like an hour early, correct? Because our event starts at 7:30.
I'm not going there an hour early.
Well, do you want to get there at like 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to get there a little early. That means that we would have to leave the con a little early. Same goes with Friday for Funko's event that we have tickets for and all that kind of jazz. So just a heads up. Oh my God, look at all this. You guys are amazing. Eric Maya, Gargoyle Gastley gave me a Woody. Oh my God, Eric Maya. Vasto Flow 13. New York Comic Con Gastley is fire. Love how creative you guys are. Wish I could attend, but it's not possible this year. Wish you nothing but the best and keep bringing the fire. Of course we will. Thank you. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. We will totally try to come to California. We want to go to SDCC. That's a big dream and hope of ours. Not only to come as two people who want to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but additionally, we would like to go with our Mischief Toys table, for sure. Where the hell did you get a pretzel? She baked it.
Yeah, I made it in my oven.
Art G, what is happening here? Gargoyle Gastley is happening, my friend. This is our exclusive that we'll be selling. We have other figures up here now. This is what we'll be selling while we're at New York Comic Con. He has these cool spikes on his back, big wings, horns. Looks like he's made of concrete. He's got these big sharp teeth. By the way, I mentioned earlier, but I don't know who heard me. These are molded teeth. So he actually has a mouth. You can actually put your finger inside of his mouth. And he also has molded eyes. So his eyes are indented in his head. So it looks amazing. Come to LA Comic Con. Yeah, of course. I would love to do that one time as well. I'd really like to go to Designer Con with a future figure. I think that would be a lot of fun. Richard Perez, you're going to need a cameraman filming the whole event. I know. I will. It'll be Heather and I throwing a camera back and forth. It'll be crazy. Going to need you to put our Gasgoyle to the side for me. I don't own a Gastley yet, and I would love the I'm sorry, Rosie and Big Raj. I would love to be able to put figures off to the side for people, but I cannot do that. We want to take them all to the con. We want to sell them all at the con. What we're trying to do is we are a new company, and what we want to show is that we're going to cons, and when we go to cons, be ready because we're bringing some heavy shit, and that's what this is. We want to bring in the heavy shit. We want people to be excited to see that Mischief Toys will be at Comic-Con. That's the exciting part about all this. Thank you, King Killmonger. He said he'll be a part of a street team if we need it at SDCC. That's so awesome. Thank you. And I will most certainly need a street team while we're there because there's a lot to do while we're there, for sure. Gastley is big and pointy. That's true. Oh, Rosie, I'm sorry. That makes me feel bad. I hate that it's like this, but you know we gotta make sure we go to these cons and we bring the heat. I want to bring the heat to the cons. You expect me to carry that all day?
Show him.
No, I don't. We have a bag. Look at this. We got a bag.
We made it just for you, Art.
That's right. We got a bag, and we'll be selling this along with the figure. It would be $85. You get a bag and a figure. Boom. Get to carry it all. Yeah, D-Con is low-key. I'm excited, though, to go. I think it's a great place for collaboration. This con is going to be a huge collaboration point for us. We want to talk to people there. We want to link up. We hope that the designer toy community opens their arms to us and other toy companies. Abominable Toys and Plastic Empire, they seem to be very excited to possibly collab in the future. That's what we're working on. I'm going to talk to them more about that while we're at New York Comic Con, and we'll get something rolling. I think it's going to be awesome. I think we got a bright future ahead of us. Why did I picture Heather having one of those rotating pretzel hot boxes off camera? Remember those things? Those are amazing. The White Mamba. I love that name. Do you have extra bags? Yeah, well, we have a lot of bags. So we will have those for sale at the con separately as well if somebody just wants to buy a bag. They'll be $5. Did you say if you are limiting it one per person? Absolutely, 110,000% one per person. Here's what I'll say though, and Heather hates when I say this, but I just want to be upfront. If you come every single day of the week, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you want to buy one each day, we're not going to tell you no. It's just how it goes. I can't I can't remember who has been at our table, because you might walk up with a fake mustache and I'll never know it's you.
What I will say is we would prefer for collectors to get them and for everyone to have a fair shot. So I would like it if you just purchased one, because I think that that's the nice thing to do.
Yes, we are going to have a New York Comic Con exclusive Mischief Toy shirt. Yes. Did we announce what it is? The shirt.
No.
Are we announcing it? No.
No.
Okay, we're going to show the shirt at the show.
Where did
Bang,
you
bang.
Where did you share these?
That's not, I didn't. He screenshot. He's watching.
You put them up on the screen?
Yeah, that's in our video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was confused.
Yeah, Dr. J Pops on Instagram. He screenshotted pictures and
I
he
was
posted
like,
them.
where did
Isn't
he
that
get
amazing?
those pictures?
Look at that. Isn't that so cool?
That is so cool.
Oh my God, we are now one of those companies where people are checking out what we're doing. They're posting it online. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Nobody likes dolphins, Kevin Kelly. That's 100% true. And RG, that would be amazing. Get it for your gargoyle collection. Look at him. Isn't he awesome? I mean, really, I know that I'm like the dad and Heather's the mom to this thing, but this is such a great piece, for real. I'm not even trying to sell it at this point. It just looks so fucking cool. I have one at work and it like stares at me all day. I love it. It's amazing. I love dolphins. Flipper was an Aussie dolphin. No kidding. I did not know that. We're learning things here tonight, which I think is great. So much fun. Okay. Wow, we spoke a lot. We showed you this figure. We have a lot of stuff to post on Instagram and Facebook and share it everywhere right now. I'm going to go and run off and do a lot of that. Like I said, disc trackers, we'll be posting this next week and then the week after. So we'll have it literally everywhere, which I'm really excited about because this is the first time we've done this. We've never done it with this guy. The original Gastley was never shared by anybody but us. And we sold out really fast. So one thing I do want to say, if you want this figure, and I'm not blowing smoke. If you want this figure, make sure you come to our table right away if you're at New York Comic Con, because I think they're going to go pretty fast. I don't think we're going to have them very long. I think people will stand in line, they'll be gone, and so on and so forth. It's going to be crazy. Really crazy. Can we expect another exclusive Gastley release this year? Yes. Of course. Yeah, we have a couple Gastleys that will be dropping this year. One that is really, really special, and we'll talk more about that later.
Oh, okay. Good. You're giving them all the info.
Yeah, well, you're sitting here. I can't tell them everything. If Heather wasn't here, I'd be dropping everything on you.
So, we're hoping that with our Era Glow Gastleys, we'll finally be able to put them up next week. This has been absolute hell. It's very frustrating. We were supposed to put them up last week, but unfortunately the stickers did not come in time. So, yeah.
Exactly, Nikki Papadop. Forget Funko. You come in for the Mischief Toys booth. And by the way, you get to come and see us. I mean, what don't you want? It's Heather and I hanging out, having fun, selling Mischief Toys stuff, talking about Gastlecast stuff. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of the whole thing. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be talking my ass off while I'm there. I can't wait, though. Thank you, Ronnie Tucker. That's so lovely of you. I appreciate you in a really big way. But that's it. I don't want to go too much further. I don't want to make this a regular, like a Sunday Live where we're just talking about a bunch of random stuff. This is Gargoyle Gastley. He is our New York Comic Con exclusive. There are 400 of him. We will be selling them at New York Comic Con only. He will be $85. He will come with a Mischief Toys bag, so you can carry around your Gastley and all sorts of other cool stuff there. And that's it. That's all I've got. Expect the unexpected when it comes to New York Comic Con and Mischief Toys. We have some fucking huge things to drop on you at New York Comic Con, and we have something huge to drop on you at our RSVP'd event. And I cannot wait to share all of that with you. I can't wait for it to finally come to light, and it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be so cool. To everybody that is coming, we're going to have a freaking blast. To everybody that's not coming, sorry. I think unless we come home with them, I'm hoping we don't.
Hope we don't.
But yeah, I really love that you guys love this Gastley. He is amazing. I have been wanting to tell you all forever. Chris told you all last weekend, but finally showing you is incredible. Right after we get off the live, we are dropping a Mischief Toys newsletter to unveil him to our newsletter subscribers, so be on the lookout for that. If you are not subscribed to the newsletter, head over to mischieftoys.com and sign up. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, it's there. If you wait like 30 seconds to a minute on the homepage, a thing will pop up where it like prompts you to sign up for the newsletter. I urge you to do that because that will give you the most up-to-date information about Mischief Toys, about future drops. It's going to be awesome.
Also, head over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Gastlecast. Make sure you go and check out everything that we have to offer there. One really big thing that we offer specifically to our patrons is an inside glimpse of a toy company that is starting basically from scratch. Those folks actually learned over the weekend exactly what this figure was. They found out early, and they've actually been kind of on board with us as we talked about Gastley from the very beginning. And we expect to share little secret bits of information with them as we go along. Additionally, we sometimes also drop some uncut footage, and the uncut footage is really funny, and I think you guys would enjoy that as well. Our live Google, or not even Google now, our live Zoom calls happen once a month where we do a bunch of giveaways. And by the way, October's giveaway will include this guy. We will be giving away one of these guys right here. And when we give it away, if you want us to sign it for you and do all of that, we will most certainly do that for you, our patron.
Yes.
So,
and we do not typically sign figures that come out of our home. Aside from special releases, we did sign a certain amount of the first 2 releases that we did, but that is not something that we normally do. So that's super duper special. And on top of that, not only are we giving away this guy, but we're giving away one of 20 artist proofs. That's it. There's only 20 artist proofs, and one of those is going to go to one of our patrons.
Yeah, so one of our patrons will get an artist proof Gastley, and it's going to be amazing. So make sure you go over and check that out. The giveaway is going to be huge in October. We're going to be doing all horror, like scary, Halloween-y sort of items.
You said weenie.
I did, which will, of course, include the artist proof. Big deal, guys. Artist proof. It'll have an artist proof sticker on it and everything. It's going to be amazing. Okay? So, patreon.com/Gastlecast. Remember, also, hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the like button, of course. Follow us. Hit the little bell. That way you know anytime we go live or post new content. Post new content every single day. And we also go live every Sunday. We also go live like this randomly as well. So that's kind of fun. And head over to poppingofftoys.com and use the promo code Gastlecast for 10% off of your order. I've noticed that a lot of you guys have been using it, and I just want to say thank you. And the reason why this is great is because Poppin' Off Toys, as we grow and work together a little bit more, they might offer more to our audience. So the more that you use that code, the better our relationship becomes, and the better we can help serve you. So go and check that out. poppingofftoys.com. Use promo code Gastlecast, 10% off.
And not only everything that Chris said, but you're also helping a small business. Wes, the owner, is an incredible person. He has been an amazing friend, not only to the channel, but to us personally. I talk to him on an every day, every other day basis. He is just so sweet and deserves all of the success in the world. So head over to poppingofftoys.com. And we're helping you by giving you a 10% off promo code. use code Gastlecast.
King Elmo says post them on Clutter Magazine. What is that?
I don't know.
What's Clutter Magazine? He might be talking about something that is like a collectible sort of thing. I don't know.
Possibly.
If you know something that we don't know, let us know, and we'll check it out for sure. We're actually trying to get this guy in our or in the New York Comic Con blog, and that way everybody can take a look at him. Also have him in the app. It's going to be a huge deal. Come on.
They cover all things designer toys.
Excellent. Thank you, King Elmo.
Thank
Look
you,
at that,
King
King Elmo
Elmo.
coming in hot. I love that King Elmo. He's been around a long time, been watching us. Thank you, King Elmo.
I will
you're
submit
awesome.
this to them as soon as possible.
Amazing. Look at us.
Thank
We're
you.
winning together. I don't know if you know that. We are winning together. It's awesome. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for loving our little Gargoyle Gastley.
Big
We appreciate you.
Gargoyle.
Big
Gastley.
Gargoyle Gastley. We appreciate you guys. Remember, as always, we are together, guys. We'll catch you guys next time, okay?
Wait.
Up.
You said big. I want to show how big he is.
There he is. Look at that. Look how big he is.
Bye.
It's Gargoyle Gastley. He's your new winged best friend from Mischief Toys. He's frightening. He's fun. He's mischievous. Take your best friend on new adventures. Make Gastley fly.
Yeah!
Scare your friends. But be sure not to break him free. That's when things get really scary. Gargoyle Gastley from Mischief Toys. Make mischief